All right, guys, we're at a light. We're gonna give it a little revs. Let's see how quick it is off the line. Ooh, you hear that, guys? Ooh, hear that pull? Oh, insane. Whoa, car's coming. All right, that's not going too crazy. This is a Ford Shelby GT350, and it is a beast. Let's look at the exterior tour of the car. I will give you a rear end look, which most people will be looking at as this is cruising down the street with a whopping 526 horsepower. This thing is a beast. Burn up a lot of rubber, leave a lot of cars in its dust. Let's first look at the rear of the car here. As you can see, it comes with an optional track spoiler. This is an option that you could get along with the Shelby Mustang 350. Very accentuated badge, very unique to this car only. Pan around the side view here. These fenders are actually flared out, a lot wider than the standard Mustang. So even up close, you could tell that this ain't no regular Mustang. The wheels are 19-inch staggered wheels, aluminum painted, and these are Michelin Pilot Cup super sticky tires. Not as sticky as the slicks, but it's more practical. You can get more use out of these on the regular driving roads as well as getting it on the track. Do you just fine on the track. Nice silhouette. You have your lower door valances for aero package as well as appearance. You have a functional fender scoop which sucks in cold air and really tries to help the engine stay cool as you're going at high speeds. Your GT350 badge looks really cool, kind of set flush in there. As we pan around to the front, high intensity headlights as well as LED daytime running lights. The front fascia just looks menacing. Look at that. Looks like it's going to eat you for breakfast. Of course, you have your classic Shelby emblem right there that the authentic GT350. The Shelby valance under lip here. And actually, Ray has done a really good job, not all scuffed up as some of the other ones that you see. And it does have a ventilated front scoop there, so gets cold air into the radiator, as you can see. And then another cool thing about it actually has functioning hood scoops. And as you could probably tell from my other videos, I love any car with a hood scoop. So this is right up there with my alley that I really like. So that is kind of the quick outside tour of it. Next, let's see what powers this beast underneath. And underneath the hood of this beast, we have the heart, which is a 5.2 liter Ford high performance engine, cranking out a whopping 526 horsepower. Like I said, torque is somewhere, I think 429, 430 or so on the torque side. Look at this. This is just set it in there. There's no room to work on. It's all full power. This is actually the most powerful naturally aspirated engine Ford makes to date. You have the GT350, of course, but that one's got a Eaton supercharger on there, so that doesn't count. For normally aspirated engine, most powerful, this is it right here. And as you can see, it's got the strut brace, it's got the open air cooler for extra air, and these are tidbits that the owner installed, oil separators that makes it go a little bit faster and a little bit cooler. So overall, super big engine, super powerful, and that's what makes it go. All right, guys, we are behind the wheel of the mighty Shelby 350 GT. Listen to that. Oh man, that is a beast. I've got to admit, this has got to be one of the most high horsepower cars I've driven in a long time. And it's a 6-speed, which is rare nowadays. People are going with paddle shifted automatics. So to have a 6-speed on a high performance car is very rare. So definitely a perk to be driving it right now. So since we're here, let's take a look at the interior. As you can see, everything is matte black, and that is there for a reason. When you're on the track and you got the sun glaring down on you and you have your helmet and visor on, you don't want no reflections blinding you as you are going those turns at high speed. So everything is matte black, so it does not show any glare, and you can do your track thing and whip it around the track without the sun getting in your eyes. And the interior is actually built for practicality. You know, nothing fancy. You got your oil pressure gauge, got your oil temp gauge. Not too much fancy techno stuff here. It just gauges, let you know how fast you're going, the necessities, and the motor. And that's what you get. That's what you want in one of these fast Shelby cars. And as we were cruising down, I wanted to reiterate this nice 6-speed Tremec transmission. The gears are really close, so you can basically shift to the next gear and you're right there on your RPM level, on your speed level. And the clutch is very very light. It's not as heavy as some other cars that want to give you that super hard feedback on your left foot. This is really easy to use. You press it down, go to the next gear, and you're good to go. This also has a synchro match, which basically means that the engine will be RPM wise synced up to your clutch. So for optimum speed, dump the clutch, go into gear, and the engine will keep up. So that is definitely a nice perk to have if you're trying to get on the track and get somebody off the line. All right, so let's see if we can find a little bit empty road, open her up a little bit, and use all that 526 horsepower. All right, guys, we're at our light. We're gonna give it a little revs. Let's see how quick it is off the line. Ooh, you hear that, guys? Ooh, hear that pull? Oh, insane. Whoa, car's coming. All right, it's not going too crazy. But this sucker has so much power. I think the stated 0 to 60 time from various magazines, anywhere from a 3.8 to 4.1. So you can do the math. It's definitely in the range of the under 4 second area. So that is pretty fast, guys. But ultimately, this car wasn't really built for straight line speed. It was built for track. So this sucker will whip around the track actually faster than a lot of faster cars that go 0 to 60 because it's track built. So the suspension is dialed in, the magnetized suspension is dialed in. The brakes are made for heavy braking so it won't overheat on you and seize on you. So if you want a track car with raw power, this is it, guys. All right, guys, we're towards the end of the drive here, and I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let you listen to the engine. I'm gonna keep it at a higher revs than normal just so you can see that awesome exhaust note. A little throttle, a little throaty exhaust note. Music to your ears. Here we go again. Off the line. Let the RPMs build. You hear that? Yeah, you only get that with a V8. Ain't no turbocharging here. Oh yeah. Ain't no electric Tesla here either. Ah, that note. Yeah, if you're a car guy and you're into V8 muscle, this will probably be your pinnacle car to get. That symphony of 8 cylinders, can't beat it. Wow, that's power. And this will conclude our behind the wheel section of the mighty Shelby 350. Closing thoughts next. But before the end of each video, I like to interview the owner of the car. And today we have a friend of the show, Ray. And this is his beautiful Shelby GT350 now. Let's talk to Ray about his car history. Now, How long have you been a car guy, Ray, that you realized that you like fast cars, beautiful cars?
Probably since I was a kid. I grew up collecting Hot Wheels and, you know, played Need for Speed, Fast and Furious. I grew up with all that stuff and kind of just stuck with me. So I've definitely been a car guy my entire life.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And he's a younger guy, so this is the next generation of car guys coming up, guys. So I'm really glad to see that the new generation has a good taste in cars. So
yeah, I graduated from Korean to American. Nothing against Korean.
Now, you had a Stinger before this, didn't you, Ray?
Genesis G70. Basically a Stinger, but a little different.
Yeah, and that was pretty fast, even for a
yeah, I had a
turbocharged
twin
car.
turbo V6, 3.3 liter, 0 to 60 in like 4.5 seconds. I used to drag it at Irwindale all the time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I haven't taken this thing out. Honestly, I'm a little scared to take it out on a drag strip, but yeah, it was quick, but this thing is miles better.
Cool. Now, what was the reason that you got the Shelby? What was one of the driving forces that you said, you know what, I need a Shelby?
Well, you know, every couple of years or so, I go through this existential crisis where I need to upgrade. I need better. I need more power. So going into my car history, I started when I got my first car, Scion TC, and I've worked my way up to here. But every time I upgrade, I get something better. Come on, this is a Shelby.
Exactly.
It's got the snake badge. It means something more than just a GT. But again, nothing against Mustang GTs, but a GT350 or GT500 will definitely turn a lot more heads.
Oh, for sure.
Got a lot more power, and it commands a lot more respect.
Yeah, as all gearheads go, car gods go. If you want to go for the best, and that's what Ray's got. He's got the best, the GT350. Ain't no Ford Mustang GT, a lot better than that. So, real quick, Ray, what are the top 3 things that you really like about the Shelby GT350?
Top 3, I would say this thing is basically a Mustang Mach 1 with the 5.2 liter Voodoo. And number 1 would probably be the 5.2 liter Voodoo. So the Voodoo did have its known problems with oil consumption, but this one does not. Most of the cars these days do not. And just hearing the motor scream at 8,000, 8250 RPMs is... And
you heard that. You heard that on the test drive, man.
It's unreal hearing a car go that loud. It sounds like it wants to explode, but it just keeps climbing, you know? Number 2, I mean, just look at this color, man. The white with the blue stripes, it
looks menacing.
That's a classic Shelby color.
Yeah.
And
you can tell coming down the street, it's a Shelby Mustang.
Yeah. There's not a lot of tech in this thing, and I also like that. The main focus of this car is just the performance of it.
Right.
And I think those are my top 3 things: performance, engine, and
the looks.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
It's a gorgeous beauty.
I think it looks better than any Mustang, GT500 included. I know I might get some hate for that, but but I do like the look of the 350 more so than any other Mustang.
Well, thank you so much, Ray, for showing me your beauty. I appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you being a friend of the show. And that is it for this video, guys. Remember, be good, stay good, and hit that subscribe button.
That's right.
Comment.
Like, follow, subscribe. My boy Danny here.
Thank you. So we'll see you at the next time.